Hi, I'm Luc Benyon from Adsquare, and we're here in Cannes for Cannes Lions 2026. We're going to pick up some really interesting folk from different disciplines and talk about how we can close the online to offline gap. We're living in a world where brands want to know the impact of their media spend. They need to know if they're putting money into media, what is the outcome that's coming out at the end of it. To date, they've been able to do that online, but we're looking today at how they can do that using offline data and bridge that online to offline gap. Hey Tom.
Hey Luke.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. We're going to close the online to offline gap in
Let's do it.
Outcomes Era taxi. Let's
Awesome.
go.
Adsquare is a location intelligence company focused on measuring physical outcomes, so outcomes in the real world.
Bonjour. Hello, hi, I'm Luc. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Come into our taxi.
Location is really the foundation of the data we are using to understand how people are moving in the cities, in the airports, in shopping mall, etc. So this is how we connect the audience and the panel. The cities are moving all the day. So the audiences you have in front of a panel at 10 a.m. is not the same than the one you have on the weekend at 4.
I love this idea of following the passenger through the airport, almost like a digital user experience approach that you might take to reach people with retargeting or something across the digital journey. But actually what you're doing is emulating that experience, but in the real world.
We are like the link between the digital journey on their device, and when they head up, they can see also the same advertising on the street or on the shopping mall. So we are trying to follow them and to be the link between their online experience and then their offline life.
Hey, Ronan.
Luke, how are you?
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How's your can going?
I mean, warm, sweaty, and fabulously stimulating.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Let's go.
If you look at the real life experience, you get to feel, touch, taste, and smell. But I think it's much more about the emotion piece, and it's about when you're at, we can watch a football match in your home and shout at the television, or you can do it in a bar with 300 people, or you can do it in a stadium with 80,000 people. And they're three dramatically different experiences. From an emotional point of view, from even how you remember it, I think, and you look back at it, how you experience it, and I think that's the piece that's key for brands to hook into, because it's actually emotion is what's going to make people, remember, I suppose, essentially, but feel, and that's the one thing you really want them to do.
I guess you would argue that physical activations or things that happen to you in the real world deliver more emotion than digital experiences.
I think when you look at the fan journey, initially we used to always think, it's when they're in the stadium, and you go, it isn't, it's actually from when they're thinking about booking a ticket. And you go, what's going to make them book that ticket? And once they do book that ticket, what happens in the intervening period from booking it to the event happens?
And the majority of that pre-event stuff is digital.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then the actual event happens in the real world, but it's about connecting the digital pre-experience to the real life sort of end experience.
And ensuring that you're measuring it all the way across, so it doesn't have to be two separates.
It all starts with measurement basically, and then it ties back into planning and activation.
We've seen that there is like an halo effect when you use digital out of home on top of search, on top of social. It's increased a lot the click-through rate. It increased a lot all the KPIs you have on your online campaign. So it's quite powerful, because when you think about the huge amounts that are spent every day by brands on search or on social, then you can just add 30% more efficiency when you add digital screen on your campaign. So it's amazing. This halo effect is really interesting.
There's a theory now that we believe at Adsquare that we're living in the outcomes era.
Yeah.
Do you think we're in the outcomes era?
Yeah, sure. You need to measure everything now. We need to understand precisely what it brings to you, what is the outcome, the return on invest of the campaign.
In our case, is specifically offline outcomes. So for us, it's store visitation, offline transactions. That's our focus, because over the past, all the media spend was optimized towards online outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
What is changing now is that the optimization stack that was built towards online outcomes is now being upgraded towards offline outcomes.
That gap has been massive perspective, and we've just far too much pushed towards the online aspect just because of the capabilities, right? Is that something that you guys use as a metric, drive to store?
Yeah, we use drive to store campaign. We have a lot of we are location-based media, so we have a lot of retailers and brands that need to understand the impact of their campaign. They drive people in the store. It did help to the return on investment on their campaign.
That's the exciting thing for me. It's this idea of doing these digital optimizations, but the input is actually a real world thing. And closing the loop of making a more 360-degree view of a campaign, which is actually the reality of how it's experienced for consumers. Because, you know,
That's why we call it the online to offline gap. Closing the online to offline gap, that's what we're here for.
I think it's so important to remember that at the end of an experience isn't the end, it's actually input
Absolutely.
into the next time. And that's what data gives us, is like the ability to optimize and create better experiences as a result of what we learned from the previous one.
Nike is an example. So Nike went through a phase, as most of them did, of actually closing more of their retail stores because they were going online. But much more importantly, people want to come in, and again, like we were saying earlier, they don't want to just the brand to be online and described to them. They want to feel it, they want to hear it, they want to smell it, all of that. The thing that they did that was surprising is they said, okay, well, who are core markets? And they go, well, athletes. And they don't mean supreme athletes, I mean any of us who put on runners and go for a run. And he goes, okay, so they're in run clubs. So they opened up their stores after hours and turned them into a run clubs hub. But they started building a community out of that.
Yeah.
But understanding your client is really important, and who's in their community and who they'd like to have in it. And that all comes from data.
We had many meetings with open internet platforms, demand side, supply side. We had lots of meetings with social platforms, and one thing that unites them is they lack the offline signal. They have really, really rich online data, and they can really optimize well towards online outcomes. However, they are lacking the offline signal. And this is why they're all super keen on working with us, because we can provide that offline signal, the offline context, the offline data that AI needs to optimize.
Wow, well, we've just been driving around Cannes all morning discussing everything from digital out of home to physical activations to the depths and machinery behind attribution, measurement and optimization. I think it gives a really interesting picture of how you can connect the online and offline worlds using data to better and more effectively reach consumers and drive better media campaigns, and also measure them and tie them back to the business outcomes that are ultimately what we're doing this all for.